Okay, so just very briefly, for those of you that haven't heard my story, I'm just going to do literally a couple of minutes. So my name's Louise Lyons, and I started Forever on the 7th of May 2011. So just over 4 years ago. I came into it by accident. I was into natural products and wanted to buy them for cost price. So it was basically just to save some money that I registered with the company. Very quickly, I started using the aloe vera gel, and I got incredible results with digestive problem. Coincidence or not, but it really helped me, and I haven't stopped using it since. So I got very excited about the products quickly, started talking to everybody. I didn't see it as a way for me to earn money. I thought it was sales, and I had a preconception about that, and wasn't interested in it at all. But I was selling the products, and I knew some other people that wanted to earn extra income. So it's not that I didn't want money, I did, but I was actually trying to set up another business at the time. I didn't have extra money for that. So again, very quickly I saw that Forever could get me the money that I needed to do my courses and to do what I needed, that I was able to set up my other business. So I'm going to touch on that in a little while. So really that was the power that gave me the push to move forward with Forever. And that energy brought everything towards me. So 4.5 years on, Jason, my husband, has left the guards. He's out of it now over 2 years. He was a detective. A lot of people thought we were crazy, but we could see that if we worked hard, that we could both work around our children. We could both pick and choose when we wanted to work, how hard we wanted to work. And 6 weeks ago, we moved to the south of France. So we're living here now. And again, we are spending so much time with the kids. If we want a break, we just come into the office. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. So in a nutshell, that's how I'm here. So everything to do with everything in your life all revolves around one thing, and that's your mindset. So, you know, you hear this all the time, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. It's all to do with your frame of mind and the energy that you put out towards anything, okay? So what kind of talk are you telling yourself? What are you saying? Are you negative or positive? A lot of us feel that we're positive, but when we really get down to the nitty-gritty, a lot of our self-talk is negative. And maybe because we have a smile on it, we think that it's positive. It's not. And it is damaging your business. It's damaging every area of your life. So I'm going talking about business tonight, but you can take all these into every area of your life, okay? Whether it's financially or whether it's relationships, whatever, you can take this all into every area. So negative talk would be, I can't do this. I've no time. This won't work for me. The products starter pack are too expensive. I don't need to attend meetings or success days. I don't need to be 4cc active. Positive is, I can do this. I'll make time. I'm going to make this work. Products and starter pack are worth every penny and more. Meetings to success days are non-negotiable if I want to be successful. And 4cc active is the root of my business. So even when you say each of them, whenever I said the negative ones there, I have to try and get my brain to realize that I'm actually not thinking these things. Because when you say negative words and when you say negative things, your energy drops. When you say positive, it increases, okay? It goes up. So, like, just touching on briefly a couple of these. And the reason I'm going to touch on them is because these are objectives that we have heard over and over again from team members, team members that are struggling or team members that quit. So the thing is, when you say, I can't do this, I can't do this, all you are telling your subconscious is that you can't do it. So even if you feel that you can't do it, little by little, you need to start believing that you can, and you need to start telling yourself that you can do this, and ask for help and accept every bit of help that you can get. And eventually you will do this. You will succeed. I've no time. I'm sorry, that just does not cut it with me. Every single person has the same amount of hours in the day. So whenever I started Forever, this was one of my excuses. So for the first week or 2 weeks, that was my excuse. The reason I didn't want to look at the marketing plan, didn't want to look at the business, was because I was trying to set up the other business, which there was a lot of learning involved in. Jason was working as a detective, working shifts. So he was on nights and in bed during the day, or else he was away at work during the day. He also was doing a lot of overtime. Sorry, I'm just going to have to stop sharing the camera to slow this down, okay? So, would you like to hide all that? Hopefully it doesn't knock everything else off. Okay, sorry about that. So I had the 3 children, and again, I did start on the 7th of May in the business, but I actually made manager in August, which meant I did that 120 cc's over the months of July and August when my 3 children were off school. And as most of you know as well, when I was in Ireland, I looked after my nephew, who was for 3 days a week, every Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. And at that time, he was 18 months. So as well as having my own 3 at home, I had an 18-month-old baby as well, 3 days a week, working around Jason's shifts, doing everything that a mommy has to do and looking after the house, and trying to set up another business. So that was my excuse at the start. I didn't have time. I didn't have time to breathe sideways. But when I could see what Forever could offer, and when I could see that this could actually give me the income and this could give me the money that I needed to set up my other business. The reason I wanted my other business was that I wanted to work from home. I had been out of work for the guts of 2 years at that stage for health reasons, and I needed extra income. So I knew that I couldn't work for anybody else again. I knew that with the commitments that I had, with the children, with my nephew, working around Jason's shifts, I could not go into working in an office again, which I had done for a long time. I couldn't go in working for anybody else. I couldn't have anybody telling me you had to be here and you had to do 4 hours, or you had to do 6 hours, or you had to do 8 hours, and you couldn't leave in between that. So I needed to work from home because of my other commitments. I needed to pick and choose when I wanted to work. I needed to be able to work around Jason's shifts, and I needed to be able to work around my family. So that is why I did it. So when I could see what was on offer with Forever, I decided to make time. And I actually don't know how I did it, but I did. So I started getting up a little bit earlier in the morning. And most of you already that have heard me before, you hear myself and Jason say this already. You'll see on Facebook from the posts that we put up on different things. We are up 6 or half 6 every single morning. Now, some people say to us that you're crazy. Why would you do that? Because we know that by doing that, we can still have the life that we want. There's no point in me staying in bed until 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, because when I get up, we've kids to see to, house to see to, everything else, and the day is gone. This way we can have a few hours work done, and then we can do what we want, which is spending that extra time with our kids. We didn't have kids so somebody else could wear them, or that we couldn't see them, or that we were lacking in what we wanted to give them. So that is our goal. That is what we want for our family. So we also hear that it won't work for me. This is all to do with your own personal development and your own self-belief. And, you know, it will work for everybody and anybody that wants it, but you do have to follow what is in place. You do have to follow the structure to make it work for you. Okay? So instead of saying this won't work for me, it's okay for Billy up the road. He doesn't have children. It's okay for Mary. She doesn't have a full-time job. It's okay for Susie. She has a big family. I have a big family. And all that means is it's more people to criticize me. It's more people to put me down and tell me that this won't work and that this is ridiculous. Okay, so they're all excuses. You need to start telling yourself that I am going to make this work. I proved them all wrong. That's exactly what I did. Another negative of what we hear is the products are too dear. Well, all I'll say is that you're not using the products yourself. Because when you are using the products, you see how incredible value for money that they are. That a deodorant, a toothpaste will last you for months, that soaps can last 5 months, a man for shampoo, shower gel and shaving gel. That by drinking the aloe vera and the supplements for ourselves and the family, we have not been inside the door of a doctor's in 4.5 years. You know, that's absolutely incredible and it saved us so much money. So anybody that says this, I will just tell you to start using the products. Use the products more, get the belief in them. And when you have that belief, nobody will tell you that these products are expensive. The same with the starter pack. The starter pack's too expensive. You need to realize that this is a business. Where would you get anywhere in the world a business for that amount of money that can give you back what forever can give back? Again, nowhere. So very quickly, I looked at what the products, I looked at the products actually were saving me money because I was buying similar products in the health shop. I was buying natural products. I wasn't buying my shampoos in a value shop. I wasn't buying them in the chemist anymore because I was moving away from chemicals. So I was paying that price for products and for supplements. So it actually saved me money. And anybody that is into supplements and nutrition, when you believe what you're saying, again, that's for nothing. The products and the starter pack is for nothing. And then when I look at what it has given us, you will never get it anywhere. And even if you're a hairdresser, the cheapest good pair of scissors that you will get anywhere will be like 300-400 euro, and that is before you start paying for courses. If you're a beautician, before you start paying for courses, before you buy any products, you will never ever get a business that can give you this back for that amount of money. So you need to start believing this. You need to start believing in the company, start believing in yourself. Another thing, we have so many people that say that they want manager and say that they want big money with forever, but they think they can do it without attending meetings and trainings or success days or even tuning in online, you know, to all of this. They think, oh no, it's okay, I can do without this. Let me tell you, I can't do without it. And we've achieved everything in the marketing plan, and I still tune into everything that I can. We still go to every meeting, success days, everything that we can. Yes, an odd time something comes up, but we make sure that we will make up for that in another way. Last month, Jason flew home from France and back to Ireland to attend the success day. Now, both of us couldn't go because that meant the 5 of us shipping up and flights over, okay, so we couldn't do that. But, you know, Jason went. That's how important that they are. So positives is that you believing and you knowing and listen to what successful people say, that meetings and success days are non-negotiable if you want to be successful. So only you can decide that as well. I don't need to be 4cc active. You do need to be 4cc active if you want to be successful. Nobody's making you do this. You don't have to be. But when you tell yourself that you don't need to be, your business is not going to grow. So you need to start saying 4cc Active is the root of my business. I will do it. It is simple. It is easy. And then you can coach to others. So how do I change my mindset? You know, some people blame everybody else, blame their family for their upbringing, blame where they live for not being successful, blame their family for not supporting them. It's nothing to do with anybody else. You can change your own mindset. So the first part of changing your mindset and moving towards success is taking responsibility for where your business is right now. And I am the best and the worst in the world for doing this. No matter what is going on in my business, it doesn't matter if somebody said they were making supervisor or somebody said they were missing, they were going to do manager and I missed my target. It's nothing to do with anybody else. I should have had enough business outside that person that I reached my target regardless. And if that person reached their own target and hit their goal, well, my business will be even bigger. You need to become aware of your thoughts and your self-talk. So a lot of people do, and I know some of the team have done this previously, is get an elastic band around your wrist. And every time you have a negative thought, anytime you actually start telling yourself these excuses, flick yourself with elastic band. And you train yourself to become aware of the thoughts that are going on in your head, the silly excuses that you tell yourself. Because that's all they are, they're excuses. You need to show gratitude in every area of your life. So even in the challenging times, when you're struggling, if you're having a bad day, you need to show gratitude for it. You know, if you're, maybe one of your goals is getting out of the area you're living in, the house you're living in, you need to show gratitude for where you are. So rather than looking around you and throwing negative thoughts out to it and thinking, you know, I don't want to be here, I hate this, all you're doing is putting negative energy out throughout your day. You need to have a look around you, be grateful for this is where you are right now, be grateful that you have a warm roof over your head, and be grateful because of where you're living, you can actually see a better life. Sometimes to realize what we want, we actually have to look at what we don't want, and it makes it easier to see and to define our goals. If we're in a job that we don't like or that we want out of, rather than complaining about it, we need to have a look around and be grateful for everything that that job has given us, all the people that we've met. Again, we can have a look around and be grateful for that negative situation that you're in because it's allowing you to see that there is better things available. Okay? But once you put negative thoughts out towards any area of your life, it will come back to you negatively. So you need to start bit by bit changing your mindset. And this doesn't happen overnight. This takes time and time and time and a long time, and it never ever ever changes, or it never ever ever stops, but it does get easier. You also need to commit to spending at least 20 minutes a day either listening or reading something motivational. So YouTube is absolutely phenomenal, and you will find somebody that you relate to, whether it's Tony Robbins, whether it's Jim Rohn, whether it's Oprah Winfrey, you know, whoever it is, you find somebody in business, somebody motivational that can inspire you. That's just like that little good angel on your shoulder saying, you can do this, believe in yourself. Because most people around us are negative. They tell us to cop ourselves on. That's never going to work. What are you doing? Get yourself a proper job. Stop daydreaming. We hear this over and over and over and over again. You need to take control and you need to start listening to the positive. Okay, so you surround yourself with positive people who will support you. So it doesn't mean that if our spouse isn't supportive and are telling us that this isn't going to work and cop yourself on and all the usual things, that it can be tougher when we're listening to it in the house. But as your self-belief grows, as your activity grows, your business will grow, and that person will change their ways. They'll have no choice but stop blaming that person for where your business is at. It's nothing to do with them, the same way as their job has nothing to do with you. And that's how you've got to look at. You have to look at proving the naysayers wrong. And you've got to feel it in your gut that you are going to do this. So all of my family were totally negative towards everything to do with the business. And I was just abused left, right and centre about it until we got car plan. When I bought a brand new car with the money that forever, and they carried on paying it, that's when my family stopped winding me up. Okay, so I really had it, and I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to show you what I can do. I'm going to show you what this company can offer. And it worked. So it is so important to know your why. If you do not know why you are doing forever or how forever can change your life, you are going to drop down very quickly once anybody says boo to you. Anybody that tells you to cop yourself on, you may not listen the first time, but if you don't know the why, and if you don't understand why you are doing forever, you are going to listen to them very, very quickly. And your business will drop or will stop. And it's all to do with you. You need to write down why, but you need to figure out what is your why. Why are you doing forever? And as I said, it may be looking at the bad things in your life, the things that annoy you, the things that when you get up in the morning that you're just like, oh no, I have to do this again. You may love your job, but you may hate the hour or the 2 hour in traffic or traveling. You may hate your job. You may love your job, but you may hate dropping your baby off to a creche, having somebody else rear your children. You may hate the fact that you're not able to have holidays anymore, that you're not able to afford to go to nice places, nice hotels. You're not able to afford your dream car. You're making do with what's around you. I had an interesting conversation with one of the kids the other day, and we saw a brand new, I can't remember what car it was, but it wasn't too nice of a car. So even if I did remember, I'm not going to say in case any of you are driving one. But it was just a standard car, but it was actually a brand new car. And Ben actually said to me, Mum, why would they make brand new cars like that? Why would somebody choose to buy that brand new car? So at first I was explaining that everybody's different and everybody has different choices. And he said, yeah, but if you had whatever 10, 12, 15,000 money to buy a brand new car or to buy a car, why would you not buy a nice one? Or why would you even not buy an older good car? And the thing is, and I just answered him and I said, because a lot of people will get excited about that car because inside that's all they believe they're worth. So you are grateful for what you have, but you can have that little inner, just that inner gut telling you or screaming out of the bigger and better things that you want for you and your family. And it's not all about money. Maybe you're well enough off. Maybe it's just time. Maybe forever be able to give you that time that you can cut down your hours, that you can do charity work. Even the money with forever could help out your family and friends. Support more in a charity that's close to your heart, whatever it is. So it's not all about money. It's absolutely nothing about money. It's what the money will do for you. It's what the money will, how the money will improve your life and other people's lives. And if you don't get an emotional connection to your why, to why you are doing forever, you're going to be gone very, very quickly in this business. And the thought of not getting that why needs to make you cry. Literally, the tears need to well up in your eyes at the thought of this not happening for you. You need to follow your dreams. And when you follow your dreams, the universe will open doors for you where there were only walls before. And a lot of people know what they want, but they don't write it down. So it's always up in the air until you write it down. And you need to write it down with pen, with ink, not with pencil. Pencil is very easily to rub out. And you need to put an end date on your goal. So, so important to put an end date. And, I hear a lot of motivational speakers or a lot of business people, and they will say to write down your goals and put a date on it and visit it every day. Say, I am manager end of November 2015, or I am Eagle Manager 30th of April 2016. I am Chairman's Bonus Qualifier 31st of December 2015. We can say, and we can say till we are blue in the face for 24 hours a day. But until we actually get it inside us and until we feel it in the pit of our stomachs and feel it in our heart, it does nothing. They're just words. They don't mean anything. You have to get that energy up. You have to heighten your vibration. And when you get up in the morning and you have a bad day or you feel that I don't want to do anything today, I'm not in the mood, that's when you need to sit down and you need to focus on your goals and you need to build it right up in your gut, right up to your heart until it's exploding out. And that's what you put forward throughout the day. And also, when you are having a bad day, you don't speak to anybody about your business until you get out of that mood. The only person you should speak to about your business when you're feeling like that is your sponsor or your upline manager. And you're calling them to say, I'm struggling, I'm having a bad day, I'm having a character building day. Okay, character building day is one of these tough days that builds our character. Okay, so your sponsor or your upline manager is the only person that you should speak to in your team when you are having a down day or a down hour. You don't even send a text message. You don't send a customer care call. You don't phone anybody to do with your business when your energy is low, because they're going to pick up on that. Even if you're smiley or even if you're jolly in your voice, they're going to pick up on your energy. So it's so, so important to get your energy up at the start of the day and to do your best to keep it up. If it's brought down, you need to sit down, look at your goals again, and fire yourself back up before you step back into your work again. Once you figure out your why, then you need to align it to the marketing plan. Okay, so I just have the steps here. But basically, if you're looking for a few hundred per month, if you're looking for, maybe anywhere between €200 and €500 per month, all you need to do is retail. That's all you need to do. And your sponsor and your upline manager will help you do this, help you find out customers, train you on your customer care. But being 4cc active is how you get that €300 to €400 retail profit each month. If you want more than that, if you want maybe 500 or 600 a month, yes, you'd need to do 5 or 6 cc's of retail. If you're looking for €1,000 plus per month coming in, you need to be at manager level. If you're looking at if you're looking at 2,000 per month, you need to have 100 open CCs coming in per month. If you're looking for 4,000 to 6,000, you need to be a minimum of a senior manager. You need to have car plan. You need to have Eagle Manager. You need to have chairman's bonus, okay? So you need to match your why to the marketing plan and know where you're going with it and have a plan, whether it's 6-month plan, a year plan, 2-year plan, a 5-year plan. So where do I start? 4CCs is the start of our business. And that's how we build our business. So how we use the 4CC business discipline is use the products, retail the products, and sponsor. So why is it so important to do 4CCs every month? Our business model is a lot of people doing a little. And what's the little we all do? 4CCs. Minimum of 4CCs personal every single month. It means you qualify for your bonus, and it's the building block of the business. We lead by example for our teams. Why do we use the products? You use the products to be your own best customer for the incredible health benefits that it gives you, building belief in the products, and we recommend what we use. So if you're not using it, you're not going to come across ethically when you're speaking. And again, people will pick up on this and they won't buy it. It helps towards your 4CCs. Again, it enables you to lead by example. So what do you use every day? We have full range of products for you to use every day. We have the aloe vera drinks, the supplements, the bee products, the weight management, sports products, personal care, the skin care, the makeup, the animal, the home, the cleaner. So you should be adding a new product for your personal use with every order you place, just to build up that belief in the products and to build up your product range. So why do we retail the products? To get regular cash flow, which covers our travel expenses, fees for trainings, money for success days, money to replace or try new products, money for marketing materials, and to pay the phone bill because we're making extra calls. We're lifting the phone and we're speaking to people about the business, and we're also doing a customer care. So our phone bill is the one thing that does go up. How do you retail the products? You communicate, you talk to people. You recommend to family and friends. You can have launches. You can have pup drops, which is putting together a little pack and giving it to people for 3 to 4 days to try the products. And normally what happens afterwards is that they order some of these products. You give them to gifts. You ask your family and friends if they want any birthday presents, Christmas presents, Mother's Day presents. You ask them to buy off you. You can also do fundraising events, referrals. So your customers will refer people back to you. But again, you can ask people for referrals, events and brochures. So why do we sponsor? It's the lifeblood of our business. So it moves through the marketing plan. Consistent sponsoring grows your income. It helps you achieve the incentives, and you can help others to have their own business and achieve their dreams. We sponsor to create your future. How do we sponsor? You go through your who do you know list. Have a minimum of 100 people to start with, but that should go up into the thousands. Again, launches and events. Most people use launches just to retail products. The reason you do launches and events is to get contacts, is to build your team. Contact marketing, meeting people wherever you go, out and about it all the time. Meeting, talking to everybody you see, and building up contacts. Questionnaires, giving out business cards, network meetings. There's so many different entrepreneur meetings, women's meetings, men's meetings. There's so many networking skills and network meetings going on everywhere around the world, and connect into them. But again, communicate, talk to people. So the power of 4CCs, it's very easy for you to plan your business when you have your team doing 4CCs. So the importance of being 4CC active early every month. And I know we've said that you don't need to be 4CC active. and I keep saying this, you don't need to be 4cc active, it is up to you. But if you want the business and if you want to be successful, yes, you do. That's it. You need to be 4cc active. And again, it's all about the energy that you put out. And by being 4cc active at the start of the month, it takes pressure off you. So we become confident in our business plan. If we're struggling to do 4cc's on the last day of the month, or if we don't do it at all, doubt kicks in about the business. This is hard. Why do they expect us to be 4cc active? I can't do this. I can't find customers. The products must be too dear. The starter pack must be too dear. Why won't people join my team? All these doubts click in if we are not 4cc active and we do not confidently do it at the start of every month. And I do not mean going out and buying 2 starter packs or buying your products. You don't do that. You get the customers. You can put your own personal orders in for the month and at the start. That's what I do. Since the start, the products that we use in the house, I know exactly what we need. I know what customers that come back to me every month, and I put that order in on the first couple of days of the month. So it's not that me stocking up or buying up orders. I know that that's going to be gone. And not only will it be gone, but I will have more orders before the month is out. Because I'm not attached to those orders. I don't have a negative thought process. I don't have negative feelings towards 4cc active. So when you do your 4cc's at the start of the month, you can confidently speak to prospects about your business. Again, if you're not 4cc active and if you're struggling to do it, that comes across when you're contacting people about the business, when you're asking people to have a look at the business, when you're asking for referrals. All that's coming out from inside of you is that I can't do this business. I can't do what's expected of me every month. I struggle with what's expected of me every month. And you may smile and you may have a happy face and you may do word perfect from the one-to-ones or showing people this business, and you may not understand why people say no, why people are so excited, but the next thing they change their mind. And it's because the energy is coming out from you. Now, okay, I'll stop right there. That doesn't mean that people don't join the business because of you. Okay, far from it. Most people don't join the business because of them. But sometimes it can be from you. It can be the energy you're putting it out. And, sometimes we do hear that we've been talking to people or team members have been talking to people, and the next thing, the person goes off and joins somebody else, joins somebody else's team. It happens to us all. It's happened to me. And you have to take a look back and think, well, why didn't they join me? Maybe they just weren't confident that we could get them where they wanted to go. Could be a clash of personalities. Could be that at that point in time I was struggling with the business. So even though I smiled, everything was outside was perfect, inside I was coming across like, I don't believe in this business. I'm finding this hard. I need you to sign up so I can be 4cc active. And what you're putting out there is negative energy. You're putting out pressure towards that person, and they're going to run a mile. The reason you need to be 4cc active early every single month is that you can confidently help your team. Your new team need help. And how can you help them? And how can you genuinely help them and tell them, you can do this? This is no problem. This is easy. I can help you get your customers. I can help you with your customer care. 4cc's is nothing. If inside you struggled, or you did it the last day of the month, or you didn't do it at all last month, it's not coming across genuinely, and you're not able to help your team. So the best way you can do it is by doing it early, and then as far as the company are concerned, you've done exactly what is expected of you this month. but inside your pressure is off and you're confident. You want bigger things, so you're keeping going. And then you're helping your team to do more. You can also concentrate on recruitment. And again, when we have a prospect in front of us, when we're showing somebody the business, whether it's a one-to-one, whether it's at the meeting, or even by a message, even on webinar or through Facebook, whatever it is, or energy pick comes up no matter where we are in the world. Okay, so when you have it done, your whole energy changes. You speak more confidently about it. Okay, so it's so important to get it done as quick as you can in the month. Set yourself a target. I know we've done this already just last month with the team. We've brought it back now, and this month we'll be posting everybody that's 4cc active before the 21st of the month. It's nothing to do with the company. You don't need to do it. But I know a lot of you are trying to do this. A lot of you have it on your goal list to be 4cc active every single month in the first week. And I think it's an absolutely fantastic goal. And I know that anybody achieves this and does exactly what we're saying about then helping your team and focusing on recruitment after that, you will fly through the marketing plan. So if you are serious about the business and you do want the bigger things, and a 4cc active in the first month of every week is not, or sorry, in the first week of every month is not on your goal list, put it on your goal list. It may not happen this month. It may not happen next month. But if you are focused on it and you have it on your goal list and you have written down, it will happen over the next few months. You will be 4cc active in the first week of the month, and it's not going to be a once-off. It will be every single month the same thing. And your business will boom. The thing about having your 4cc's done early in the month as well is that you always end up having more. Always end up having more, because you don't have that pressure. And actually I was speaking to somebody there 2 weeks ago, I think it was, and they said that they had done this. They'd actually ordered in their customers' products that they knew they were coming back to, throughout the month. And in the first week, the stock was gone. So even though they brought it in for customers that were coming, it was new customers actually came because they did not have a negative attachment to that product. Whereas if you buy in stock, if you went in the first of the month and thought, right, okay, well, I'm going to buy so many toothpaste, so many drinks, so many Forever Freedom, and I'm going to sell these, you're looking at that in a negative way because you don't have customers for it already. And it puts out a whole negative energy towards all your business. So do not do that. You work and you get your customers. You build up that income, you build up that extra cash flow that we spoke about to allow you to buy in your own stock for the month and your customers' products for the month. And it takes the pressure off you. Okay? So the reason I went back there about the 4cc active is because everybody asks questions about how do I recruit? How do I become 4cc active? How do I get more customers? How do I get to manager? I'm struggling. What do I do to build my list? And yes, there are set ways to do all these things, but the core and the basis all stems from being 4cc active. So if you're struggling to be 4cc active, nobody is going to join your team apart from a few people that want to order some products for themselves or look after a couple of customers. When you focus too much on product, and even though we have incredible products and they are the base of our business, they are the core of our business, and it's the reason the business is as big as it is, because of the incredible products that we have. But when we focus too much on the product, we can sign people into the business, but they also will just be interested in the product. They won't be interested in the business. The business is the number one product. You know, if you had a room of 1,000 people and you asked them to put up their hands, who would like to try a new supplement? Who would like to try a new toothpaste? Yeah, you may get a few. You may get 1 or 2 or even 10 that will say, yeah, I'd love to. But when you change the focus and you've a room full of 1,000 people and you say, how many people would like to know how to make extra income? The majority of that 1,000 people will have up their hands. It doesn't mean that they are going to join. It doesn't mean that forever is for them. It doesn't mean that everybody you speak to will, camera back on, it doesn't mean that everybody you speak to will join the business. Far from it. Everybody is different. But there's a better chance. There's not too many people that don't want extra money. So all we have to do is show them. But it all comes back to you yourself being 4cc active and doing it early. And once you get into the habit of doing it, trust me, your energy changes. You know, a lot of you online would have asked me over the years or over the months that you're in the business and said, what do you do? You know, how do you get your 4cc's every month? And I can tell you what the company says. I can tell you what to do. I can tell you what I did at the very start. But it's never been something that was consciously in my mind because I was told that you needed to do this. I did it my first month. I confidently spoke about the products. I recruited people. And in the first 3 weeks, I had 25 cc's and made supervisor. And there hasn't been a month in the last over 3.5 years that my 4cc's have not been done in the first week of the month. And I just had never, ever had it in my head that it was hard to do. I just thought it's easy. This is just what's done. That's it. So I've never had an issue about doing it. And because of that, I know that is how we have the business that we have. Because I know that I retail my 4cc's every month. If I recruit, it's extra. So I can confidently say to somebody that just wants to earn 300 to 400 euro per month, I can confidently say to them, I can help you do that. But I can't do the work for them. They have to do it. And if they keep telling themselves that it's hard, it's going to be hard. They have to believe that it's not, and they have to be willing to do the work. So you just don't feel it inside and say that it's easy and expect people to ring you up and order drinks and order products. It doesn't work like that. You do have to speak to people. But that energy is not desperation. What you're putting out is not desperate. Okay? So, this should be your daily motto. I am too positive to be doubtful. I'm too optimistic to be fearful. And too determined to be defeated. So when you build yourself up so positive, even though somebody may throw that doubt at you, they try to throw the doubt at you, the more positive you are, that's going to flush away from you. It's just going to rub off. It's not going to bother you. Which in turns, if you're so optimistic, if you are so excited about your future, if you are so excited and believe so much in your heart that you are going to achieve your goals, and literally you need to feel like you're going to cry if you don't achieve them. So if somebody told me now that I needed to go back into work 8 hours a day and I had an hour to travel each time and my kids were going to have be in a creche or somebody else look after them, I just would be heartbroken. I couldn't do it. So that is something that I never ever want to have. If somebody told me that my kids were never going holiday again, that I wasn't able to allow the kids to go to whatever classes that they wanted or the hobbies that they wanted because I didn't have the extra money, that would kill me. So when you connect that emotion to your goal, you'll be so optimistic. You can feel it, that the fear does not come in anymore. And if it does, you just get the elastic band and you snap it and you get yourself back into positive mode and you get moving up again. You just keep yourself up at all times. And when you're so determined and when you believe so much in your heart that forever can give you what you're looking for, and not only that, that you can get it, nobody will defeat you. Nobody. And you will draw more and more and more people into your life, into your business, into every area of your life that will reflect that back. If you have a sponsor that isn't as driven as you and telling you that it's okay not to be 4cc active, you need to walk away from them. You need to come up line. You need to come to us and say, listen, they're not bothered about 4cc's or they're not going to success days. They don't think it's important going to the training. Will you help me? And I'm telling you this with hand on heart. This is exactly what I did. And don't think that your sponsor will get offended. And if they do, so what? My sponsor didn't get offended. I was lucky enough. Maybe he did, but I didn't ask him and I didn't care if he was or not. He stopped attending every meeting. He started missing maybe one a month. He came to Success Day and he left half day. He missed some of the trainings. He missed the business trainings. And I was sitting there looking at him and watching him out the door and I thought, hold on a minute, boy, you can't help me. How can you help me get all these big things when I'm actually learning more than you? I'm listening to all these speakers and you're not here. And I just said to him, listen, I want chairman's bonus next year. You haven't done it. You're not able to help me. You're missing some of your meetings. I'm just going to go to Ian and Lisa. Is that okay? And whether he said no anyway, it doesn't make any difference. He says, yeah. Because he wasn't 100% committed and focused on the business, he didn't care. He was glad that he didn't have to help me anymore. That somebody else that wanted the business and was willing to help me was going to do his job. That's in a nutshell how it was. But we are there to help everybody that wants it. Okay? So if your sponsor wants it and your sponsor's doing everything that you are doing and that you've been told to do, great. But if they're not, everybody is free to come to us or come to your upline manager. Go to the nearest person above you that is doing all these things. Okay, so that's the training finished. Now, if you want, we've got another 5 minutes. So if anybody has any questions, you can either type them up on the webinar or you can private message Jason on Facebook. I'll unmute as well, but just put up your hand and I can unmute anybody that wants to ask a question online, or if not, you can message Jason and we'll ask one, okay? So if anybody has any messages, just hit the wee hand signal on here or message. Maybe you all know everything. Maybe you don't want, maybe there's nothing we need to help you with.